Hey guys, Molly Mitchell here, and I am going to walk you through creating a sequence. So we're first going to click on our paper airplane icon over here on the left-hand side to add a sequence. I'm just going to move my face. Add a sequence. I'm going to have the option here to select between new, blueprint, or cloning an existing sequence. Always recommend checking out these blueprints. These are already created sequences, amazing resources here. We're going to go ahead and start from scratch, and we're going to name this our video play. I'm going to select and do this for our steps by day interval, and I'm also going to make sure that others can see and use this sequence. The most important thing to understand are the different types of steps I can add into the sequence once I am now creating. When you hit add step, you're going to be able to look through those different step type options. First and foremost, we're going to see the difference here between our auto emails and our manual emails. An auto email, once a prospect hits that step, the email is going to automatically send out, versus a manual email is going to generate an actual task prior to sending, giving the rep an opportunity to customize or personalize any of the messaging for that individual prospect. Of course, phone call steps, generic tasks. So if there's any type of general activity, something outside of our basic channels, our emails, phone calls, LinkedIn activity, if there's any other type of social channels that your team is utilizing, you can use a generic task to point in that direction. And then, of course, our LinkedIn tasks, which are going to be very important, especially for the plays that we're speaking about in this ebook here. So granular options for a LinkedIn step, we're able to add in viewing a profile, interacting with a post, sending a message, sending a connection request, or a generic LinkedIn activity. Now you can understand how these are going to be so powerful and so important, especially in the types of plays that we're teeing up here, utilizing LinkedIn as a very heavy channel. I'm going to go ahead and select an auto email as my first step here. When entering in your time intervals to wait, this is completely customizable. You can customize it down to the minute. So if you needed a step to happen on the same day, a little double tap action is something that you're able to set up. There's also no limitations to how long a sequence can be. So any type of nurture sequence, like those other plays, are definitely possible to be created within Outreach. This green box here, I always like to say, is a little guide, so make sure you're using this as your guide as you're adding your steps. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and now I'm able to bring in any templates that I have created for this individual play. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a template here. I have the option now to either clone or link the template. Cloning the template is going to copy and paste the template directly into the sequence, where linking the template is going to create a relationship now between the template in the library and the template here in the sequence. So if I make a change and want to update that to an exclamation point and hit save, that would be saved back in the library as well. It's a fun little pro tip there. So when I go ahead and hit save here, I can now see that I have my step one, day one created. I can hit add step to now continuously add to my sequence and create that full play that we're looking at here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a LinkedIn step. Now, again, you can completely customize the time intervals. I'm going to bump this down to only 1 day in between steps. You can see down here as well that we're looking at this step will happen as long as there is no reply. So a prospect will always be finished from the sequence, something you can customize, but they will be finished from the sequence if you do get a response. You'll continuously add your steps until you get your full play created, and be sure to check out our next video to see how to enroll a prospect into your sequence.